This is Andy with QualityStocks. Today's Thursday, June 23rd, 2011, and today we're going to take a look at Uranium Energy Corp. This is an AMEX listed stock trading our ticker UEC. Starts taking on a nice look as a bottom play, and I'm going to try and explain what I see in the indicators. You can see from a candle standpoint, looks like it found a bottom through here, went up, made a nice move, retraced, now it's making a higher low. And you can see it's getting a rounded look to it, almost like a cup. Definitive resistance setup. It's at a pretty critical point right now. So we're going to run through these indicators real quick and see if they're telling us anything. Something that we always look for. It's that MACD trending back towards zero. You can see that's going on. Now getting very close to the zero mark, often referred to as the money line, because typically bullish things happen when this MACD breaks through zero. So of course that's what we're going to be looking for, but nice uptrend to it at this point. PPO, just a little bit of a different look. You can see came through, made a slightly higher low. Now trending more quickly back towards zero. Right through this area, the ADX shows that it was losing some steam. That downtrend was running out of gas a little bit, so to speak. Now it looks like it's going to start trying to flatten back out. Positive DI holding above the negative DI. Looks like it's all going to curl. It looks like it could be trying to add some strength to a positive trend. Very nice look to the MFIs. We always talk about holding over 50s bullish. You can see these definitely are. All three components still in close proximity to each other. Something else that we look for strength. Accumulation distribution is basically holding a baseline right through this area, showing a bit of overall indecision. That's what you want to see. This level hold, just to try and make some higher lows, start to trend upward. Shaking money flow goes right along with that. You can see the selling pressure has been dissipating a little bit. Buying pressure has been taken over. Now ready to break through zero, showing that buying pressure is dominant. Great look to the CCI, strong uptrend. Full stow making a higher low. Getting near that 50 mark, something else that you look for. You want to see that stow on the upper half of the indicator as well. It's much more bullish. And the tricks trending back towards zero. And equally important, breaking through that downtrend it had. You can see it kind of had a channel going on, just something along those lines. Moved through it. Basically held the bottom for the second time, now trending back towards zero. Again, very nice look. RSIs, following kind of along with that cup look to it. You can see right through this area, longer terms, 14 and 21, having a difficult time move through 50. Right now, right at that breaking point, trying to make that move through that level. That's what you want to see, and you want to see the trend hold the upper half of that indicator. Again, it's very bullish. What I see in these candles, of course, the very bottom support down here at 272. Ultimately, that would have to hold. But what I would really look for, so I have my eye on this $3 area. It could dip all the way down here to the low 280s, but the position it's in right now, I'm looking for upward movement, not necessarily a pullback. Now, if it did, of course, then yeah, I would look for these levels, 272, 282 area to hold, because I don't want to see it make lower lows. But right now, because of the way it's rounding itself out, it's almost like a ball rolling on a ramp sort of idea. Seems to go down, find a base, shoot out the other side. That's why cup and handle patterns are so strong. That's why double bottoms, triple bottoms, nice rounded bottoms are great patterns for potential movement. But this does have an obstacle in front of it, right there around 325. 50-day moving average is there. Historically, it was a little bit of a support level just back in the beginning part of May. It's been battling it as resistance ever since. Wicked above it several times, even closed above it here the one day, but promptly came back down. And it just hasn't been able to hold above it since. So that's a key component to this chart, in my opinion, is breaking through 325 and holding above it. It's got the short-term moving averages tucked in underneath it. I like the way the Bollinger Bands are starting to come back together and almost looking like they're starting to get an uptrend to them. But now moving through that 50-day is a key area. And it doesn't pick up a whole lot of price per share resistance after that. Be a little bit right here at 350. I'd still call that secondary. More up near 375 is where it's going to be a tough spot. Now you can see this closed at 315, so that's a very nice move, about 20% to go up there. And I never look for explosions or anything like that. What I look for is this trying to move through this 50-day moving average and then try and trend upward. And if it does continue to make that move and goes up here and hits this 375 resistance, it wants to come back down. I want to see it establish a new support level, preferably on that old level I was just talking about with secondary resistance. If it went up there, hit 375, came back down, I'd want to see it establish a new support level at a higher level than this, and then try and continue the upward trend. Let these indicators continue to play out. And it would just be very good signs of UEC establishing 272 as a true bottom, and then trying to trend upward from that point. You can see volume 1.2 million shares traded. That's plenty of liquidity. That's somewhere right around average, especially over 3 months, perhaps even slightly higher than normal. That's what you want to see. Volume bars, when it goes up and tests resistance, you want to see those increase to show strength to try and break through the resistance. But this chart's certainly one worth throwing on the watch list to see where it goes from here. A lot of solid technical components to it. A good learning lesson at the same time. So we'll be keeping an eye on it and see where it goes from here. As always, merely my interpretation of the Uranium Energy Corp chart. This is Andy with QualityStocks. Thank you for watching, and trade smart.